Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now, this is the first of a new series I'm doing, Bad Movie Review. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can work out what that is. I'm just coming on here to review some really terrible movies sometimes. I thought it'd be a good idea for a new series when there isn't much happening in the world of movies, because there isn't at the minute because of COVID. So yeah, I thought there are a lot of films out there which I really hate because they really make me angry. You guys have experienced some of them with me, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun just to come on here, have a series where when I watch a film or when I'm thinking about a film which really irritates me, I could just come on here and put it in my bad movie review series. So here we go, Bad Movie Review episode 1. I thought I'd start off with a movie which I passionately hate. This is maybe when I discovered how much I could hate certain movies. And that's Justice League. Now, you know, the DCEU has not been it did not have a great start, and it is still very up in the air. And you'll probably see me review a couple films from the DCEU in this series. You know, we have Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, which also exist. But this is the worst of the bunch for me, because this, there were visions behind those two films. Even though they're terrible movies, there are visions behind them. This is a complete cop-out, and I hate this movie with such a passion. So Zack Snyder, of course, started filming Justice League. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it would have been a great movie, because we are going to finally see it in 2021. We're going to see the Snyder Cut, and it looks good. It looks good. Will it be good? Hopefully it'll be alright. I don't think it'll be anything more than that, because it's Zack Snyder, and I don't trust the man. He had to leave the project because of personal reasons, and Warner Brothers thought, let's get the guy who made Avengers Assemble and Avengers Age of Ultron to make this movie. He's done it twice now, and they've made a lot of money. Let's get him in. So they brought in Joss Whedon. Oh my god, there is no sense of vision here whatsoever. They've literally just... The story of it is 3 mother boxes. You know, we get these 3 mother boxes, and then the villain wants to just... I don't know what they exactly do, I can't remember. But whether he becomes almighty powerful, whether he brings Darkseid down with these boxes, or whether he's just going to go give them to Darkseid, I don't know. But the Justice League have to come together and stop him. And well, let's go over characters first. Then, you know, Steppenwolf is our main villain, and he's awful. His plot motivations are just non-existent. The CGI on him is terrible. The CGI in the Zack Snyder trailer looks a lot better. The poor voice actor, just he's not given anything to do. He's just a mess. There's no character to him. He looks awful. There's just nothing good about him at all. So you got the Justice League themselves. Let's go over the reoccurring ones, I guess. The ones that we've seen have a couple fleshed out movies by this point. So we got Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. You know, Superman here, we had the big cliffhanger of him being dead, and he gets resurrected pretty easily, and it doesn't really seem like there's any consequences. Like, I was looking forward to seeing maybe a dark Superman, or a Superman who's just bitter and angry with what happened in Batman v Superman, but he comes back and he's just laughing, he's all happy, blah blah blah. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not the Superman I wanted to see. It was just bad writing. Batman is unbelievably terrible in this movie. Unbelievably. He's laughing, smiling, and cracking jokes. It's just not Batman, is it? There are very lazy shots involving Batman as well. I remember one of the first ones where he's dealing with a burglar, and then he finds one of the parademons, and he flies around Gotham on the parademon, and then they land back on the exact same roof that the burglar was on. And there's some awful cheesy lines involving that burglar. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, I do not blame Ben Affleck for wanting out of these films at all, because, wow, his character was awful in this. Also, Commissioner Gordon was in this, and they got J.K. Simmons to play him. Terrible. He done absolutely nothing. Wonder Woman. What does she bring for this movie? What does she bring? Nothing. Nothing. She does nothing. There is no character to her whatsoever. She goes from A to B, and that's it. Then we got The Flash and Aquaman and Cyborg, and it's kind of all of that. The first time we're seeing all of them properly, because this is before the Aquaman movie. Aquaman just doesn't really do much for, like, the first 2 acts of the movie. They play him for jokes in the last act, and, yeah, he's kind of boring. The Flash is just so annoying. So annoying. None of his jokes land. None of them. They tried to make him almost, I think they were influenced with this one a bit on maybe Peter Quill from Guardians. He's got that type of humour, really sarcastic and a little bit cocky at times, and it just doesn't work at all. Ezra Miller doesn't play it well. I have faith that Ezra Miller will do better in the Flash movie, but in this film, terrible. Nothing about him works. Cyborg is the only one which I actually don't hate. I kind of get that he's angry with what his father's done to him, and he's annoyed at the way the world has been treating him ever since his accident. So, Cyborg I don't actually have loads of problems with. He's a bit boring and a bit dull, but I don't have loads of problems with Cyborg, actually. He's honestly maybe the best character in this Justice League movie. Yeah, so, but, you know, other than that, I just think this movie is so lazy. It looks cheap at times. The cameras, it looks like a high-budget TV movie at times. And just some of the decisions they made, like the final battle at the end, it's in this really bright, purpley, lovely place where they're all fighting and stuff, and it's, well, not purpley, it's like a reddy burgundy, and the colour scheme is all over the place, it's a mess, and then when they beat Steppenwolf, all these flowers come out of the ground, and it's embarrassingly bad. You've got this weird family that are just there out of nowhere, I think they're Russian if I remember correctly, who show up for, like, just this incredibly pointless scene. They were never, ever in the Snyder Cut, I believe, and that Josh Whedon just chucks them in out of nowhere. As soon as Superman come back, Steppenwolf was just not threatening at all. I mean, he didn't feel threatening anyway, to be honest, because he was so boring. But, yeah, as soon as Superman come back, Superman, you knew that this guy was just going to mess Steppenwolf up, and you didn't feel threatened by him at all. This movie sucks on every level. There's really nothing good about it. The actors didn't want to do this movie. And you could tell when you were watching it, half of them didn't want to be here. You know, Ben Affleck is not giving a good performance. Henry Cavill, I think he was obviously very unhappy with the way Superman was being treated. The others sort of tried, I guess, the other Justice League members. But you can tell they didn't want to do this movie, so they were taking a back seat on it. They wanted to do the Zack Snyder one. So, yeah, and there's just no vision behind this movie. The score as well is awful. The score is terrible. This is without a doubt one of the worst superhero films I've ever seen. I've seen superhero films with worse stories and stuff. Like, you know, we've got the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, Elektra exists, Green Lantern. But you still, even watching those horrific movies, because they are horrific, you get the sense of a vision. It's a terrible vision, but you get the sense of it. There's someone behind the camera going, yes, this is what I want to do. But I say that bad decisions constantly being made. There's no vision here. This is a cash grab, and it didn't even make the money that Warner Brothers expected it to make. It's a cash grab, it's filler, it's pointless, it's dull, it's boring. And the Justice League should be incredible. They should be better than the Avengers. You know, I love the Avengers. I'm more of a Marvel fan. But I can appreciate that DC have better characters. This should be a phenomenal movie. But it sucks. And it's embarrassing. Yeah, this movie is absolutely terrible. It's one of the worst superhero films I've ever seen. Just because of the sense that it should be incredible and it's not. There's no vision there. No one wanted to do this film. Everyone wanted to make the Zack Snyder version, not the Whedon version. And I feel really, really terrible for a lot of the people who did put a lot of effort into this movie, because they were completely let down by the company, Warner Brothers and Josh Whedon. Their decisions on this film were just completely terrible. I don't know. I'll mark these out of 10 then, I guess. I don't know if there's any point in these bad movie reviews, because they're all going to be low scores, but I'll give this movie a 1.5 out of 10. It's pretty embarrassingly bad. Yeah, the best thing about this was maybe the end credit scene. That's the only moment where I was like, that was cool, and that's about it. The rest of this movie, awful. So yeah, Justice League 2017, the Whedon version. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm sure some people are going to like it because it's DC, but I like DC, I really do. I love DC, but this film fucking sucks. I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of my bad movie reviews. I'll try and get another one up this week just to get the series rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and I'll see you all next time for another video. Bye-bye.